Yeah, I did post the meme right when we were watching, क्योंकि बस वही वो फील हो रहा था वो मिस्टर बीन वाला सीन जिसमें like he was trying to
They're
overtake
trying
an
to go.
old lady and there was no space, so it was like very boring. Like I would say very 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 boring. Even like the one thing that could have done was this, like introducing two pit stop, but uska kuch फायदा नहीं हुआ. Like basically all the
Yes.
team, they were trying to manipulate that two pit stop as much as
Right.
possible. Like it was not giving any of the advantages या कुछ ऐसा. क्योंकि
Right.
one of the other things is you can finish the whole Monaco race in one single tire if you wish to. Like one set
Exactly.
of tire
Yeah.
and you can finish the whole race because graining is not
Right.
that big of a factor when it comes to Monaco. तो फिर
Okay.
already दो pit stop, मतलब if you are introducing this two pit stop somewhere else where the graining is high, then
Right.
stopping early or stop करने से कोई benefit मिलता है. Like you are on a fresher
Right.
rubber, so you'd be able to overtake. But here there is no overtaking. It's just
Yes.
plain
There's
boring.
no chance at all.
Yeah, the race is on Saturday. That's all. Like it is proven.
Only if the stretch of Monaco was maybe 3 more seconds long.
Yeah.
That could have been possible. क्योंकि वो जो stretch है, जो main grid का जो stretch है, first turn से पहले वाला, it's very short.
Yeah.
So even though you have DRS, even though the cars have DRS, they cannot overtake anyone.
Exactly.
ऐसा.
Or they need to just find out a way to make a wider road somewhere. Like I know it's super difficult with all the structures.
That's the only turn.
But
That's the only turn where the wider turn is possible.
या सो कहीं पे भी कुछ बिल्डिंग वगैरह उड़ डाल के मतलब एक बड़ा सा गैप चाहिए बेसिकली, क्योंकि इट्स क्लियरली
गैप कर दी टर्न के लिए.
हाँ बस वही, क्योंकि द फास्टर कार डोंट गेट एनी एडवांटेज हियर, राइट? लाइक इवन इफ दे आर ऑन अ फ्रेशर रबर, even though they are fast, even like as simple thing as giving the place back to your own driver, which Sainz did for Alex, right? उसके लिए भी कोई स्पेस नहीं थी. मैं वही देख रहा था. लाइक we were like, why is he not letting him go? Why is he not letting him go? But point is कि वो like जानबूझ के भी अगर उसको जाने देना है तो भी कोई स्पेस नहीं मिल रही थी. So it was crazy.
Exactly.
Like that's Monaco for you guys. Although I did make a reel on why Monaco is amazing. So, but we'll discuss it later. But it's basic as it's all the glam and all of those views and all of those things. But when it comes to racing, man, like it sucks.
That's true. Yeah, that's what we saw. Like we didn't see much of a shuffle in the grid overall.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same as the quali.
Right.
Top 5 are exactly same as they were. Like even Hajar on 6th, till 6th position, it's all same. There's no change at all. And like it's pretty good for the mid-tier teams like Sainz, Albon, Lawson, Ocon, Hajar. They all finish good. So pretty good for them.
It's all about the quality.
It's a good opportunity for the mid-tier teams only itself. क्योंकि ना like कोई overtake करने वाला नहीं है. So whatever you do in quali, it reflects on the race itself.
Yep, there is that. Like it's one of those chances. Even like obviously Charles for Leclerc, this is a home race and obviously he wants to win that. But another desperation for him to win was उसको पता है कि इस साल की Ferrari, it's not good. Like it's not as good as it was last year.
Yes.
So this was the closest chance he had to win a race this year.
Yeah, the best result for Charles Leclerc this season.
Exactly. So that's why he was so much frustrated on the Saturday. Like in the radio, he was like, no, absolutely no. Like it's all about the quali, and he was gutted. And we saw the frustration when he was stuck behind Norris for such a long time. He was so close, but nahi. So yeah, it is like one of those races. We need one of these, I am, for the lack of a better word, I would say, actually I'm lost of word, I'm sorry. But वही है कि एक ऐसी race चाहिए हमें calendar में, which is like absolutely different from what we see on all of the other races. Like,
I feel just because they want to make it more interesting, they added two pit stop strategy. But that's what Max Verstappen said. Okay, doesn't matter even though you add 10 pit stop. This is Monaco. Like the race is going to be boring. There's like no overtaking spots, so it's pretty much it's like you just drive pretty much slow overall. Just have to be careful. And all of these drivers have been like driving since ages now, so they are like pretty much experienced enough. Right. Even the rookies this year, like all 6 rookies, even they are like good enough on these tracks.
Yeah, one of the when we talk about the good things about Monaco, it's like it tests all the drivers' ability because the walls are so close that you need to be extremely precise. One small mistake and you are into the wall. But yeah, like you said, like these are the best 20 drivers in the world, so they are all pretty good. Like we did obviously see a lot of accidents and some of the crashes, but they were like no major accidents. Not like last year, with Perez and
but
even
the crash itself for Pierre Gasly and almost a crash for both the Mercedes, it was just because the car in front of them was a bit slower.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
and they're not expecting the car to brake at that point. So, like, वो reflexes होते हैं हर driver के like, okay, this is a 100-meter mark. I'll brake at this point. I'll start braking, or they try to push it a little more. But what happened with this race is because of the grid, the whole grid was like some fast cars were behind and आगे slow cars. So they were braking a little bit later. They were not expecting it, और वो घुस गया. But that was amazing. The way he drove the car to pits, man, that was amazing. I was like,
exactly. Kind of funny too, right? Yeah. And
बेचारे के लिए ऑटो रिक्शा बन गई थी.
वही मतलब for Max this was the only way he could have won. Like if there was a red flag, then he could have gotten a free pit stop, and then basically he would have won the race. But like you mentioned, these are like amazing drivers. All were clean. Like even we were expecting one small mistake by Piastri. I mean Norris, and then Charles would have been able to overtake. But like we saw in the start itself, right? There was a lockup by Norris, but Leclerc couldn't do anything.
There was not enough space. Yeah, there's no space.
So no overtake.
Great. Gabriel Bortoleto was the only person who did make a move. And poor guy lost it in the next turn itself. It was not. You can say it was a pretty much of a race incident. Like they both were at the fault. But yes, overall, okay-ish enough to say about the race, right? There's not much mixed feelings. There was nothing like, oh yes, this is gonna happen. For Charles Leclerc, I felt कि अब कर ले overtake.
Yeah.
But somehow Norris was just trying to save the tire. And last lap उसने दिखा दिया पूरा push करके कि भाई नहीं मैं खाली मजे ले रहा था तुम्हारे.
नहीं, but actually Norris मजे नहीं ले रहा था, Max मजे ले रहा था. Max was driving extra slow. It was like if I couldn't win, I want some drama behind me. So he was trying to create that drama. If he would drive slow, then Leclerc would have tried to overtake Norris, and फिर कुछ incident वगैरह हो जाता. So that's what his plan was. But it was like
even for McLaren, the backup was ready. Piastri को तुरंत call आ गया कि just be ready for just make the distance a bit more closer for you.
Right.
अच्छा था. But कुछ भी नहीं हुआ.
कुछ भी नहीं हुआ.
Like होना भी नहीं चाहिए. But happy for Leclerc as well. क्योंकि like this was the best finish for him. So
definitely
good enough.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yes. There's one more thing I want to talk about is Alpine in general. What do you think is happening with them as for the driver itself? Like, do you think is it a good environment in general? Like, whatever happening in Alpine right now?
No, definitely, it's a very toxic environment. We can like Piastri definitely dodged a very big bullet a few years back when he signed for McLaren instead of signing for Alpine, but why Duan didn't get a chance that he deserved. And the car is like obviously we can all see on the paper it's not one of the fastest cars, like by far not even like top of the midfield. So I don't know, man. We are like Colapinto, we 5 race mein, matlab already we are 2 races down and he has not shown anything. So are they
Yeah.
going to bring Duan back? What's going to happen? That's like complicated. The situation is complicated.
But
And even if
it's not just
they,
one driver. No, it's both the
yeah,
drivers. It's
yeah,
Colapinto is doing okay's job. He's not doing an amazing job, just like Duhan. Duhan wasn't doing an amazing job.
yeah,
But on the other side, Gasly is like not able to perform. Like half of the time he's crashing. Like I think maybe 3 or 4 times he already crashed the car, or maybe DNFs. Just the car
yeah.
didn't perform.
I mean, instability at the top that drills down to the bottom as well, right? Because
Yeah,
removing the team boss, you can see like team principal. I mean, you can see like
yeah.
the mechanics won't perform as well. मतलब सब जगह पे effect आती है down
Huh.
there. So the
Flavio.
instability is like right there. So I don't know, man. But when we are
Very
talking
toxic
about Alpine,
environment.
like since we are talking about Alpine, let's give a shout out to Kushmaini for winning
Oh
the F2
yes,
sprint race and giving us the
yes, of
proudest
course.
moment while like first Indian to ever stand on the top step of the podium in
Yes.
Monaco. We listened to the Indian national anthem, which was so satisfying. But हाँ मतलब मैं वही सोच रहा था कि ऑलरेडी इतनी इंस्टेबिलिटी है ही तो व्हाई नॉट गिव कुछ a chance as well after the 5 races, that
Exactly.
would be
Yeah.
something good. But yeah.
Right. The thing about F2 and Alpine team in F2 is their car didn't perform till now, so it's almost a half of the season for F2, and yeah, hopefully like from now onwards we'll see, because last year they did actually have
Yeah.
had a like a competing car, so that's why we saw Kushmani on podiums last year lots of time, not winning just one time I guess, but other than that overall the car is not where they want it to be.
Right.
But finally, good results and happy for Kush, of course.
Right. Absolutely.
Yes, and
I guess,
even when we went to Bahrain, we actually saw him like at the bottom, so we can see
yeah.
like a huge difference from the bottom to the top. So, yeah,
Absolutely. Wishing him all the best for the next round. And
yes.
Baki, I think we don't have much to discuss about Monaco. I think that's pretty much it. Or do you want to add anything?
Just sad with the results for Mercedes in general. Happy for the other drivers like Albon, Sainz finishing in points, Lawson doing an amazing job, finally getting some points for Red Bull.
Yeah,
Not where they wanted. But again, Hajar is over Lawson and Tsunoda.
Yeah, definitely. Like talking about instability, that's
Tsunoda की कुछ बात ही नहीं हुई आज की रेस में, कहीं दिखाई नहीं है मुझे वो.
वो 2-3 race से like it was a very big news, and now like we don't see it. I think it's not just us, like all the F1 fans, they have kahin na kahin everybody has accepted that Red Bull is just a one-person team. So it's like whenever they are talking about constructors championship, they are only talking about Max Verstappen. When they are talking about drivers championship, they are also just talking about Max Verstappen. So it's
exactly,
it's like an acceptance.
But the thing is, it's the second main seed for Red Bull, and you are at the bottom of the table. Like he got P17, man. That's just sad.
I think like they should give Hajar a chance. Like और तो क्या ही बेइज्जती हो सकती है. So just replace
अब तो
again.
कुछ option ही नहीं है.
हाँ, तो अब just replace Tsunoda with Hajar. That's one last thing that you can do, and then we can see what's happening.
साला हर एक ड्राइवर ऐसे शफल करते ही जा रहे हैं, पता चले F2 के और ड्राइवर्स आ रहे हैं ऊपर से रेड बुल की सीट में जाते हैं, 2 रेस करके बाहर हो जाते हैं.
हाँ वही. It's crazy, but I guess that's pretty much it.
Yeah, like they might have to do some changes with Monaco, like at least bring a better maybe a bigger DRS zone, or like just increase the straight. That could bring some more action, at least an opportunity for overtake, because it's been ages since Monaco has been the same, and overtakes नहीं देखने को मिलते, man. यही तो point है F1 का कि थोड़े overtakes हो, कुछ drama. And just to create the drama, they introduced a very stupid thing like a 2 pit stop strategy.
That didn't work, so yeah.
Yes.
I mean, exactly. कुछ तो करना ही पड़ेगा. They need to. It's all about Saturdays. I mean, that's again one of the things that is Monaco, but at least one opportunity needs to be there. That's like very clear. Like we are not seeing a single opportunity for overtake, which is just stupid.
Right.
Baseline stupid.
Yeah, and you go for it, it's going to be a crash.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
The drivers are not trying to risk anything as well at the same time.
Yeah.
So yes, that's pretty much it for us, I guess, this time. Right. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.